Virtual reality has become the newest way to play games at home. With a simple headset and some hand controllers, you can be teleported to a vast spectrum of different worlds, games, and even interact with other people from around the world. Games like VR Chat allow you to talk, in real time, to anyone anywhere, all while being virtually right next to each other. Of course, virtual reality was created as a new way to play games, and it certainly is a great way of doing so. But that's not the only use for this new technology. Virtual reality has been and is currently being used for all sorts of purposes, one of those being the uses that the military has used for it. Currently, both the United States and the United Kingdom are using virtual reality as a way to train their soldiers. Virtual reality allows militaries to put their soldiers in a wide array of different training simulations, all with different purposes. They can do anything from flight simulation for pilots, medical training, battlefield training, virtual boot camps, and much more. Virtual reality is immersive, using sight and sound during their use, which means that soldiers can be trained without being put in different dangerous situations, which eliminates the chances of a serious injury or even death during training. They also train soldiers in some less intensive skills, like communicating to civilians or other soldiers. Using VR also reduces the prices of their training by a lot, especially when they're under a tight budget. Militaries aren't the only people that can use VR for their benefits. Virtual reality can be used for many different educational purposes. Schools can use virtual reality to create 3D environments to interact with each other in. They can also use this technology to take kids on field trips, visiting museums, statues, and even different time periods, all while using a VR headset. Imagine learning about the struggles of the people during the Civil Rights Movement, all while standing alongside icons from the time like Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X. Virtual reality makes that a possibility. These educational purposes can also extend to children with forms of autism. Some programs are designed for children with autism who struggle with things like making eye contact, making social contacts, or social interactions. This is all aided by the fact that parents can also monitor their kids' actions and progress with a tablet that's connected to that same VR headset. Virtual reality has also found its use in the medical field. Medical and dental students have used VR to practice their surgeries in. This comes as a great benefit because they don't have to risk hurting a real life person, and when they make mistakes, they can see the results of their actions without hurting that real life person. This also reduces the cost of training new nurses and doctors, especially since medical programs are often the ones that are under the tightest budget restrictions. Virtual reality also extends to the treatment of mental health issues. One of the biggest uses for virtual reality is treating soldiers who leave the military with PTSD. A treatment called the Virtual Reality Exposure Treatment, or VRET for short, was specifically designed with PTSD victims in mind. This treatment was made to help soldiers deal with the everyday issues of daily life by slowly exposing them to them through virtual reality. Virtual reality also helps treat people with anxiety or depression. Virtual reality provides them a safe place to build positive coping mechanisms and sometimes even climb past their fears and anxieties. Virtual reality as a whole has become something more than just a way to play games. It's become a military training tool, a brand new educational experience, and even a medicine of some sort to some people. Virtual reality has its roots in the video game industry, but reducing it to just a gaming console is borderline criminal. With all the uses people have found for it over the years, it has become a rapidly growing part of our everyday lives. And trust me, once VR becomes something widely available, it won't be long before our lives start revolving around it, and all the numerous virtual worlds that the headset provides for us. But that doesn't seem to be happening for another few years or so. So in the meantime, I guess I'll just stick to getting better at Beat Saber for now.